Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Iowa Live. You know, one of the things we have a tendency to want to lean toward, Jackie, is put a smile on everybody's face first thing in the morning. That's one of our goals.
Absolutely, but also talk about those topics families need to know about, and one of those are your beautiful teeth, which can give you a great smile. So very excited to have Dr. Jim Stork. He's an orthodontist with Stork Orthodontics that is joining us this morning. How you doing, doctor?
I'm doing great this morning. Thank you for having me.
That is awesome. Now, Dr. Jim, just want to let you know up front that both Jackie and I both had braces growing up, like a lot of people have had. And your place is really unique. Tell us a little bit about your place.
About our place?
Yes.
Yeah, well, we love serving our patients, having fun every single day. I think we pride ourselves on customer service and always doing what's right for families, just to make sure that we would treat them just like we would our own family.
All right, so let's break down braces. As Lou mentioned, we've experienced that procedure, but what are the contributing factors of knowing, all right, it's starting time to think about braces for our kids?
Yeah, that's an amazing question, right? So I get asked that all day, every day by parents, especially moms and dads that are going, what's the right time for my kid to actually have braces if we're going to do this? And it's highly dependent, meaning that it depends, right? So it's always that answer. So biggest three things that we look for are, one, are all the permanent teeth present? Two, is the child growing? And three, are they even excited for braces at this time? So,
now, is there any kid that would be excited to get braces? Let's be real honest, because I know when I got braces, I was scared.
That's a great question, too. So I would say if I was just selling braces, which we don't do, every 7, 8, 9-year-old, especially girl that comes to see me, wants braces as a fashion accessory. Even my daughter, who's 3, is like, Dad, I want rainbow braces. And so I would say that segment, age population, which rarely needs treatment, at least in my point of view, is super pumped for braces. The older they get, I would say you're correct. Most people start to get a little bit nervous, not knowing what to expect.
I know you said it's kind of an individual basis based on those factors that you just gave us, but is there an average age? I feel like I was junior high going into high school when I had mine. Is that typical, or are we starting to see it? Because I'm sure technology has improved a lot since I had braces on my teeth. Are we starting to see this happening when they're a little bit younger, or is that still kind of the age range?
I would say the age range you discussed was probably about perfect. So if I look for the ideal time for when girls and boys are growing the most is usually around that junior high time. So girls on average, say if we're looking at growth potential and the best time, usually around 11 to 13, right? Guys are a little bit slower, it seems, in getting their teeth in, and probably just myself, at least over my wife, all the time. But guys would probably be a little bit later, like 12 to 14, if we're just looking for like an ideal age range to do braces.
All right, and now typically how long do braces stay on? Because I was explaining to Jackie, mine were, back in the day, I think mine were wooden, that's how long ago it was, but they were not on a long time from what I remember. It's been that long ago. What's the typical time span that they stay in your mouth?
That's another great question, right? So I would say an average in our office, it's anywhere from, depending on what you need to do, a year to 2 years is typically the time in orthodontic treatment if we're looking at growth potential. We've had patients that have had them on less than 6 months, and occasionally sometimes over 2 years. But again, it's highly dependent on the individual and what they need.
Okay.
Absolutely. And like I said, I'm sure technology has changed, but the idea is still the same, and that's to get teeth aligned. And what's the benefit of that? I know we have some before and afters that we want to share of the incredible work that's been done at Stork Orthodontics, but what's the purpose? Why do we need the teeth to be aligned in that matter that obviously is very pleasing to look at, but is there health benefits that are attached to that?
There are, yeah. So I would say, obviously, there's a cosmetic benefit. That's why a lot of people will come to see me, and that's one of the biggest reasons I had treatment back in the day. But I would say the health benefits would be when they're really crowded, you start to lose some gum tissue or get recession in between the teeth. They get much harder to clean. Same kind of issue as if you have large spaces. We want to make those areas easier to clean to maintain for life. One of the other benefits of fixing a bite is when I see adults that had a bite issue, meaning they're not fitting together quite right, you'll start to see the teeth wearing down improperly. So think of like if the wheels in your car, if you had 2 of them that were brand new and 2 of them that were super old and they never got balanced, they're really going to wear down improperly, which can cause different issues in your muscles, jaw joints, teeth. We're just really trying to save parents time, energy, and money by trying to time things perfectly to help avoid issues in the future.
Now, we were talking a lot about kids, but you mentioned about adults too that might have teeth that are not aligned. Do you do adult teeth as well?
We do. I would say a large portion of our practice is adults, currently about half. So half the new patients that we meet with on a monthly basis are adults. I would say I have a little love for that because my parents couldn't afford treatment when I was a kid, and so I got treatment when I was an adult, and so I love being able to see adults that were never able to have it, and we can help find a flexible payment plan that I would say we pride ourselves on to make sure it's affordable for families and adults.
And also, adults, a lot of times, they're not going to want to have the standard braces. They're going to want to have some that are maybe a little camouflage, Jackie.
Absolutely. Going back to that technology, and I'm sure there's many options out there when it comes to braces.
There are. I would say a large majority of our adult patients are in Invisalign. Invisalign are clear aligners, so they're a series that you can swap them out weekly, gradually moves your teeth into a nice straight position, but it's going to be less noticeable. If that's not the best option because, say, it's a little bit too much crowding or a bigger bite issue, we'll even use clear braces. So when you're smiling, they're less noticeable. You don't have to be flashing the metal unless you want to, right? You want to get the bright metal ones with the hot pink colors. Feel free. I got adults doing that too. It's whatever your personal preference is. It's okay with me. I just want to make sure you love it as you're going through it.
That is awesome. So where is Stork Orthodontics?
So we are located in West Des Moines, just about, we're almost on 42nd and Westtown Parkway, just about a block south of Whole Foods right there.
Okay. That's awesome.
Okay, so if people are saying, all right, we need to start thinking about this, planning for it, what's the best way to reach out to you guys and get that conversation started?
Yeah, I would say feel free to go to storkortho.com. They can go ahead and find us right on the website. You can go ahead and call us, the same thing. There are numbers right on there. You can even request an appointment right on our website. So I would say just storkortho.com and then reach out to us. We'll help you get the smile you love.
All right. This sounds like a fun place to go. It's strange as it might sound for a lot of people, you are making it a pleasant experience and have ultimate results.
Oh, thank you so much. It is definitely something we want you to remember in a positive way for your life. We've heard so many horror stories of braces back in the day and not something that they enjoyed. And we like to take something that is thought of as unpleasant and try to make it as pleasant as possible.
Absolutely. Well, I think you're getting us started, Doctor. Thank you so much for joining us today on Iowa Live.
Thanks for having me.
All right, buddy.
Have a great day.
All right, smile, everybody.
Bye-bye.